smooth and grand.
Howdy, welcome back to TEXANSHAVES. This is an update on Blizzard Battles Artisan Challenge 2026. One I've promised y'all for a while. It's finally here. Sorry it took me so long. But let me go over what we got going on here. So we have, let me give a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Was it 17? Did I count right? I thought there was 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 artisans. My gosh. Thank you to each and every one of you for wanting to join Blizzard Battles Artisan Challenge 2026. It really makes me happy. Really, really does. So let's go over the list of artisan guys. These are the ones that are confirmed to be participating in this year's battles. And it is going to be glorious, guys. This is in no particular order, just how I listed them. So let's start the list. We have Adopted Acres. We have the Cajun Blade. You know what? I'm going to slow down a little bit so I can get all of their logos up on the screen. So Adopted Acres, the Cajun Blade, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Ariana and Evans, Van Ulay, Mama Bear Soap Company, Hendrix Classics and Company, American Vintage Soap Company, Soap Palooza, Happy Chap, Wild Fox Rituals, Noble Otter, ML Shaving Supplies, that's Maddie Lindholm for those of you that know, Sterling Soap Company, Farmhouse North, Denton Magic, Subtle Art Soaps, and Wits End Small Batch Goods. My gosh, man, I am truly blessed to have all of these want to participate. I don't know how I'm going to get through it all. Like I said in previous videos, I'm going to have to do at least 2 a week just to get through them all in a decent amount of time. That's crazy. Normally, I always have around 11 or 12, but this is quite a bit more. So one thing I want to reiterate, this whole thing is just for fun, and 100%, all of the ratings are just subjective to me, guys. However, I find that menthol is not going to be how you're going to find the menthol, more than likely. Same thing with the fragrance, and same thing with a lot of it, but a lot of it is just for fun. I really want to find one that will all but put me in the hospital. Why? I don't know. I'm just a masochist, I guess, but something about that rush of those heavy menthol soaps just puts a smile on my face. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So I want to clarify some of the rules, because they're tweaked a little bit this year versus the past couple of years. I have a few questions for you guys as well. So if there is a splash or bomb or both submitted in the entries, I'm only going to use them if they are up against another artisan that has submitted a splash or bomb or both. So if I have an artisan with a splash and they're up against an artisan with a splash and bomb, I'm only going to use the splash from that other artisan that has a bomb. So it's going to be a true 1-to-1 in every battle. If one has a splash and one doesn't, I will not be using any splashes or anything, just the soaps. I'll have to play it by ear if one has a bomb and one has a splash, because those bombs tend to get down in the skin and linger longer on the skin than what the splash does. So probably won't use them in that situation. So let me get back to my notes here. In the past year, the first year for sure I did. I don't think I did it too much. I don't think I did it at all last year, but there was a point I did for what was called reactivation. I think I tried it a little bit last year, and then about halfway through I stopped doing it. There's only been 2, maybe 3 soaps in the past 2 years that actually reactivated after the longevity period by adding some water to my face. And it was very negligible. It was hardly noticeable. It was there. It was noticeable enough, but not enough to really warrant giving a point. It did kind of help in tiebreakers once, I think. But let me know if you think I should put reactivation back in. This is a whole new class of soaps. These artisans are trying to freeze my face off, not just making one for the general public. And some of them are. Some of them are going to release this product. So let me know what you think, if I should add reactivation back, or maybe we'll play it by ear in the first couple battles, and if it's not panning out, we'll pull it back out. Honestly, reactivation really only hits, in my opinion, when WS-23 is involved, synthetic cooling. And that's usually about it. It really doesn't hit very much or at all when it's just menthol. So yeah, I guess we may play it by ear, but let me know what you think down in the comments, please. So my daughter's in the other room playing video games. You may be able to hear her screaming, but so let's get to the point system. So lather structure is the first point. And as I've explained many times for lather structure, menthol can kill a lather very, very fast. So as long as both soaps can earn this point, as long as both soaps lather to what I find as an acceptable lather, again, this is all subjective to me, they will both earn that point. I've yet to have one that didn't, but of course those were all production soaps. These are all new. We may actually see something happen because some of these artisans haven't really played with menthol before, so we'll see. I think that lather structure point may come into play for the first time this year. Next is going to be first pass initial coldness, and this is going to be rated on a 1 to 5. The baseline of 1 is Paraso Green. The baseline of 5 is Cryogen from Chiseled Face Crematorium. That was the ultimate, well, it was the first winner of 2024, and what I have internally thought would still be the winner in 2025 if it was in the competition. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. So it's going to be a rating between that. Now, if I find one of them colder than Cryogen, well, the following year, that soap will become the new number 5. Next is going to be, now both of those will win a point, and it's a point on a scale of either be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 points, depending on the coldness. Next is going to be, second pass coldness, 1 point, 1 winner. So whichever one's colder on the second pass, whichever one I deem feels colder, will get the point. Same thing with third pass coldness, 1 point, 1 winner, same situation. At this point, we get to longevity. I'll rinse, and I'll going to step away from the camera. I set a timer, do whatever while I'm paying attention to what's going on with my face. As soon as one side stops feeling cold, and I don't think it's ever happened where they both ended at the same. There was a tie. Yeah, there was a tie once, maybe twice. But yeah, whichever one stays colder wins that point for longevity. Then there's going to be 1 point for fragrance. Now, in the past, as I said, this was always a bonus point. But in this competition, being part of the Artisan Challenge, menthol can affect fragrance. So that's one reason why I'm actually going to score it as a regular point, not a bonus point this year. Now, granted, this fragrance, again, is subjective to me and my taste of fragrance. So this is not going to be anything that is going to convey that it doesn't smell good. It's just which one I think smells better for me. I'm going to always say that. I'm going to always repeat that this is just my subjective choice. So 1 point for fragrance. There'll be 1 winner. 1 point for label art. These are going to be unique. Some of these are one-offs. Some of them may end up going into production, but a lot of these are going to be one-offs, and they're probably going to have unique labels as well. So we're gonna award, and I say we're going to award 1 point for label art because that's going to be decided by you guys. I want to bring you guys into the scoring. So the winner really won't be announced until the following video because I'm going to have to tally the scores from you guys. So it's going to be 1 point for label art, decided by you guys. So I'll need you guys to tell me which label art you like the best, and I'll count up the votes in the comment section, and we'll score that point from that. I'll set a time limit to get those in so that I have enough time to tally and add it to the next video. It'll be at the beginning of each video. And then if there are any tiebreakers, Any tiebreakers? Again, I'm gonna resort to using you guys. I'm gonna let you guys decide the tiebreaker. I know you're not the one experiencing the soap. I know you're not the one experiencing the coldness or the fragrance, but I think it would be fun bringing you guys in just as a impartial jury to decide the tiebreaker just from the evidence I'm providing you from the video. Sounds good to me. So, and I think it will be fun for you guys. So that will also be how we'll handle tiebreakers. Now, this last thing is something I've been thinking about. I've ran it by a few friends and they all think it's a great idea, but I want to know what you guys think. I'm thinking of, after every episode, once we declare the winner, I'm thinking I would like to give away the loser to you guys. Yes, it's going to be the exact soap I used. It will be a used soap. And yes, I do tub load. And the reason why I'm asking you how you feel about this is because I know some of you don't care for soaps that have been tub loaded or have had water introduced, and that's perfectly fine. There's no rules. It's just shaving. You shave how you want to, and it's perfectly acceptable and the correct way to do it. I tub load. I introduce water into mine. I have no issues. But I would like to give the losing soap away each episode to one of you guys. So just know that if we decide to go forward with this, just know that it is going to be a used soap, and the soap that was actually used in the Blizzard battles, because they are a one-off. Most of them will be. So let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. If you guys would like that to happen, I would be more than happy to do that. And I think it would be fun for some of you to experience some of these one-off collectible soaps that are going to be introduced in the Blizzard battles Artisan Challenge 2026. So that is it. That is the rules. Let me know what you think. If any of you have an idea of another point or a way to score something, or if maybe you think I should be scoring something I haven't mentioned within this category of heavily mentholated soaps, let me know. I'd be more than happy to entertain the idea and talk to you about it. But that's pretty much it. Again, I'm expecting all the submissions in by May 30th, I think I said, whatever the last day of May is. And then I'm going to start the battle immediately the next week is my plan. As long as everything's fine with my schedule, work, and everything else. Hopefully I'll have all of them before, but that's the final day before I stop sitting by my mailbox waiting for these to show up and start the battles. So, yeah, May, right? April, May. Yeah, I think I said May. Yeah, May, because I'm going to start it in June. And that's really it. That's all I have. Find your peace in what and where you can. And we'll see you next time on the Texan Shaves. Goodbye.